Good morning friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss about not null, unique and check constraints in detail. So I sincerely request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. Now let me discuss about not null constraint. The not null constraint does not allow the null values to be inserted to the particular column. If you make any column as not null constraint, then null values are not allowed. You should enter some values to that one. When you are filling some forms, you can see some star mark. If you leave them empty, the form cannot be submitted. You need to enter something in that one. So those kind of values are the columns. You cannot leave it empty. They are compulsory to enter some values. Now we will discuss how can we keep any column as not null constraint. And remember one thing, these constraints can be added at the column level and also at the table level. But however, the not null constraint cannot be added at the table level. It can be applied at the column level only. So it can be applied at the column level only, at the column level. I will write create table name, then I will write some column 1 data type, then I can write some constraint name. I will write not null, column 2 data type, then column 3 data type. Even for the column 4 also you can keep the not null. This time what I will do, simply I will write not null because the constraint and constraint name is optional. They are not compulsory. Now in this table, okay, column 1 does not allows the null values and column 4 also does not allows the null values. Now we will discuss these things practically in the Oracle SQL Plus. Create table name I will write as sample 9 and I will write ID number 20. Then I will write constraint name as ID underscore NN. Then I will write not null. Then I will write name as varchar2 of size 20 and then I will end with semicolon. Now the table has been successfully created. If you look at the description of the table called sample 9, then there are two attributes or two columns are there. One is ID and name. ID constraint having not null constraint. Now you cannot insert the null values into this attribute called ID. If you want to insert some values, you can use the command called insert or statement called insert into table name. What is the table name? Sample 9. Then I can write values as 1. The name I will mention as, let me write Ravi within the single quotes. Now you can see one row has been created. If I write insert into sample 9 and I have to mention the column as name values. If I write here Rajesh, then what is the meaning? You are creating one new row having the name called Rajesh. Then what about the ID? Null only. Will the ID attribute allows the null value? It does not allow. Now if I press enter, now you can see cannot insert null into table called sample 9 for an attribute called ID. So if you are inserting any null values, it does not allow to you. Similarly, if you want to add a new column to the existing table and make that column as a not null, that also you can do with the help of alter statement. Okay, what is the purpose of alter statement? Alter statement is useful for you to change the structure of a table. Alter table name, then I will write add and then I will write column data type, and then I will write constraint name, and then I will write the type of the constraint is not null here. For the existing table, you are adding one more column, and that column you are keeping a constraint called not null. Now for the existing table, for the existing attribute, you want to make it as a not null. That also you can do with the help of alter statement. Alter table name, I will write modify column name data type, then I will write constraint name. These two are optional. Constraint and constraint name is optional, but constraint type is compulsory. First alter statement is doing, it is adding a new column, and that new column you are making a constraint called not null. For the second alter statement, for the existing column, you are making a not null constraint to it. Okay, all these things practically we will discuss in Oracle SQL Plus. For the existing table called sample9, I will add some column and I will make it as not null. So alter table name as sample9, then I will write add column name is, I will write date of birth, data type is date, and then I will write constraint name add underscore n something I am using. Then I will write the constraint type. What is the constraint type? Not null. Table must be empty to add mandatory not null column. Get here, if you are adding not null to this one, then the table must be empty. Now you can ask me, for the existing table, why can't I add a not null constraint? See, already if you look at the description of the table, there are two attributes are there, ID and name. If you look at the values, there are select star from sample9, then you can see ID Ravi, one Ravi, which ID name is there, and one Ravi. If you add a not null constraint to this one, suppose you are adding a new column here. What is that column? You are adding date of birth, but you are not adding any value, then it is null. But you are making it as not null, then that is why it is not permitting. So what I will do, first I will remove the content from this table. So how can I do? I don't want to delete the table, but still I want to remove the data, so I can use a truncate. Okay, table name. What is the table name? Sample9. Invalid truncate command. The mistake here we have done is we have forgot to write the table, so I need to write a truncate table name is sample9. Now the table has been truncated. If you look at the data, now there is no data here. So look at here, select star from sample9, there is no data, so no rows are selected. Now you can add a new column called date of birth and make it as not null. So I will write here alter table name is sample9, then I will write add, and the column name is DOB, the data type is date. I will write constraint name not null. Instead of that one, I will simply write not null. Okay, now table has been altered. Now if you want to insert the data, you can do it. Okay, insert into table name sample9 values, then you need to enter the ID. Okay, 1. Okay, then name, I will write Jagadish. Date of birth, let's take that 01 January, I will write JN, but it should be in the single quote. So January 1st I will write 01 JAN, January JAN I will write, and let's take that 2000, so I will write 2000. In the year 2000, January 1st is the date of birth. Let me end with the semicolon. One row has been successfully created. If you want to look at the data, you can look at select a star from sample9. I want to insert value to the name. The meaning is that for ID and DOB, I will make it as null. Is it allowed? It should not allow, because now if you look at the description of the table called sample 9, there are totally 3 attributes are there, which is id, name, dob. Out of them, id and dob does not allow the null value. Now look at here, I will try to insert null value. So I will write insert into sample 9, column I will write name, values I will write Rajesh. Okay, then as I am not specifying the columns called id and dob, then it will be in trying to insert the null value, but however it should not allow. See, look at here, cannot insert null into the id itself. But if I try to insert id null value for the dob, what it will do, you can see. Okay, I will write here insert into sample 9, I will write id, name, then I will write values. I will write id as some 23, name as I will write r, and then I will end with semicolon. Now you can see cannot insert null into sample 9 table dob. So once you make any attribute as not null, then you cannot insert the null values into the corresponding attribute. Now let me discuss about the unique constraint. If you make any column as a unique one, then you cannot allow the duplicate values into that one. So let me discuss about the unique constraint. It does not allow the duplicate values, and this constraint can be added at the column level and also at the table level, whereas the not null you can insert at the column level only. At the table level you cannot insert the not null constraint, but however unique constraint can be added at the table level also. I will first discuss how can you create one table and add the unique constraint at column level. So I will write create table, table name, then I will write some column data type, and I will not write the constraint name because it is optional. So I will simply write unique. Then I will write column 2 data type, and then I will end with a semicolon. So this is the way you are creating a new table, and one of the column you are making it as unique. You can make multiple columns are also unique. Duplicate values are not allowed. But here remember one important point. I will discuss with a simple example. Let me draw a table. Let's take that you have 2 attributes, id and name. Now id, if you are making it as unique, then what is the meaning? Duplicate values are not allowed. Suppose if you write 1 name as j, then 2 k, 3 l, like this is allowed. But if you write again here 3, then it is not allowed. Table level I can make unique constraint, right? I will write create table, table name, I will write column 1 data type, column 2 data type, comma, I will write unique, and then I will write column 1 comma column 2. Now column 1 column 2 combinedly does not allow the duplicate values. Let me create one new table having 2 attributes. So I will write here one is column 1 column 2. Now here combinedly it should not allow the duplicate value. Suppose if here if I write 1 j, 2 k, then again 1 l. Now this is not the duplicate values, because here it is 1j, here it is 1k, because column 1 column 2 combinedly should not allow the duplicate values. Now here if you write 2k, now this is duplicate, because here also 2k, here also 2k, then it does not allow it. Some students or some people will have the same surname but different called name. Am I right? Like Jagadish Kakarla, Parnika Kakarla, both having the same surname, okay, or first name, but the names are different. I am having Jagadish, my daughter is having Parnika. If I say Jagadish Kakala, again Jagadish Kakala, that is not allowed. In my home, 2 people should not have same name with same surname. We will discuss these things practically in the Oracle SQL Plus. Already there is a sample 9 table. Okay, we will create the new table itself. Create table, Table name I will write it as sample 10. Then I will write here ID. Data type is number of size 20. I will make it as not null. Then I will write name varchar 2 of 20. Now table has been created. If I look at the description of the table called sample 10, now you can see ID not null. We should give unique, right? We did a mistake. Okay, so what I will do here is that I will delete this table. Okay, I will write drop table name as sample 10. Table has been dropped. Now let me create again. Create table sample 10, and I should write ID number 20, and here I need to mention unique constraint and then name varchar2 of size 20. Now table has been created. Look at the description of the sample 10 table. Okay, sample 10 does not exist. Then what is the name we have given? Spelling mistake we have done. DESC sample 10. Look at the description of the table. You have the two attributes and there is a unique constraint on what? ID. If you want to verify, you can insert the value. So insert into table name is what? Sample 10. Then you can write the values 1. I will write A and with semicolon. Similarly, I will write insert into sample 10. Again, I want to insert the value ID as 1. That it should not allow. Now you can see unique constraint violated. That is why it is not allowing you to enter the duplicate values. So this is the way you can create a new table and add a unique constraint at the column level. Now we will create one more table called sample 11, and then we will add unique constraint at the table level. So I will write create table name as sample 11. Then I will give some ID number 20, name varchar2 of 20, the comma. I need to write, okay, constraint name, all these things are optional. I'll simply write unique, and here I will write ID comma name. Okay, you can give only one column or you can give multiple columns. But if you give multiple columns, then multiple columns combinedly does not allow the duplicate values. If you want to verify practically, I will insert some values. So I will write insert into what? Sample 11. Then I will write here values 1A. Again, if I write insert into sample 11 values, again if I write 1B, is it allow or it does not allow? It will allow. Okay, because ID and name combinedly should not allow the duplicate values. Here you are writing 1A, 1B, that is allowed. Now if I insert into the sample 1, okay, sample 11, if I write 2 some C, then again if I am inserting one more row with the values as 2C, then it will not allow. If you want to verify, you can verify it. You can say unique constraint violated. Sir, I want to create a table and add the unique constraint at the table level on only one column. Then in this unique, you give the only one column name. Then it will be same as the column level. For the existing table, I want to have a unique constraint for the new column or for the existing column. That you can do with the help of alter statement. So I can do it alter statement, alter table. Let me use the capital letters because they are recommended. It is not compulsory. Alter table name. Then I will write add some column name, data type, and you can write constraint name if you want because they are optional. I will simply write it unique. Then I am adding a new column and making it as a unique constraint. But for the existing table, the existing column itself, I want to make it as unique. Then I can write alter table table name, and here I will write modify column name, data type, and the type of the constraint I will mention as unique. These things we will practically discuss. I will write alter table name I will consider sample 11 only. I will add a new column. Okay, I will write add DOB, and then I will consider attribute data type is date, and then the type of the constraint I will make it as unique. Table has been altered. If you want to look at the description, then you can verify. Okay, DOB has added and it will not allow the duplicate values. For the name, is there any unique constraint is there? Yes, it is there. I will add one more column, and this time I will not add any constraint to it. So I will write add something salary, data type is number of size 20, 2. Okay, I am entering the precision and also scale. Now for this sample 11 table, for the salary I want to keep a constraint called unique. Then how can I do? I can write alter, spelling is correct, table name is sample 11, and then I will write modify which column? Salary column, data type is what? Number 20, 2, and then I will write unique, end with semicolon. Now the table has been altered. If you want to look at the description of the table, you can write DESC sample 11. Now the salary also should be unique. If you are entering some duplicate values, it will not allow. If you want to verify, you can look at insert into, table name is what? Sample 11, values, then I will write some 44, some C, then I will write date of birth as 1 JUL 2020, and then I will write salary as 10,000. Now again I will insert one more row to the table called sample 11, values I will write 55, and here I will write D, and then date of birth I will write 2nd July 2019. Then again I will enter 10,000. Look at here, what will happen? It is not allowing because unique constraint violated. Okay, I hope you have understood about the unique constraint. Now we will discuss about the check constraint. Check constraint means what it will do, whatever the constraint you are keeping, that constraint, if any row is violating, then it will not allow to enter that one. Suppose let's take that for a particular application, the age is fixed. For a job application, the age is fixed. The people whose age is greater than 35 is not allowed. Then anyone, if he is entering the age as 36, then the application should not be allowed to submit. So how can we do about the check constraint? Can we insert the check constraint at column level and table level? Yes, we can do at the column level and also at the table level also. We will discuss first with respect to the column level, then we will discuss with respect to the table level, then we will discuss with the help of alter statement also. So I will write here create table name, column 1, the data type, and then I will use the check constraint, and whatever the condition I want to mention, that condition I can mention. The tuples which are satisfying that condition, those tuples are only allowed to insert the values. The other tuples it will not allow. The tuples which are not satisfying this condition will not be allowed to insert the data. Okay, then you can write column 2 data type. Even for the multiple columns, if you want to use the check constraint, for column 1 you want to use a condition, column 2 you are using some condition, that is also allowed. Suppose let's take that phone number, no one should enter a character because phone number should be and numbers only. Am I right? So those kind of constraint you can keep on the phone number, and for the age you want to keep a some check constraint, that is also allowed. Okay, so for each column you can keep a different check constraint. Now let me discuss about the table level. I will write create table, table name, and then I will write column 1 data type, comma, column 2 data type, comma, column 3 data type, comma, then I will write check. Okay, on a column 1 I want to mention some condition, then I will write column 1, whatever the condition I want to mention, that I will mention. So this is the way you can create a table with a check constraint at column level and table level. What I will do, I will go to the Oracle SQL Plus and I will practically verify these things. I will write create table, table name is sample 12, and then I will mention the number. Okay, I will write something like ID, or let me take salary. Okay, and then I will write number some 20, then I am writing constraint, constraint name as C underscore check. I am writing constraint name, which is optional. Constraint and constraint name is optional, but the constraint type is very important. Check salary should be greater than 10,000, like this I am mentioned. Then I will write some name varchar2 of size 20. Okay, look at here, table has been created. If you look at the description of the table, then you can look at the salary and name is there. Now I'll try to insert the values. Insert into, okay, table name is sample 12, and then values I will enter salary as 20,000 and name as Jagadish. Now salary should be greater than 10,000. It is there, so it will be inserted. If you want to verify, you can look at here, select the star from sample 12. Okay, salary is 20,000 and name is Jagadish. I want to insert a salary 8,000 which is less than 10,000. Then we will verify will it allow or not. Salary is 8,000 and name is Parnika. Get here, check constraint violated. Now you want to have at the table level, then what you can do, you can write create table, table name as sample 13, then I will write salary number 20, and then name varchar2 20, then comma, I will write check on what attribute. Attribute is salary should be greater than or equal to 8,000. Okay, now look at here, what happened, missing right parenthesis. Create table sample 13 salary number 20 name comma name varchar2 of 20, then comma check on what attribute, salary should be greater than or equal to 8,000. Close the salary, close the one, and now look at here, the table has been successfully created. If I am trying to insert some salary which is less than 8,000, we will verify will it allow or not. 13 values, salary is 6,000, and here I will keep Siri. Now look at here, it will not allow, check constraint violated. If you are trying to insert some salary greater than 8,000, then it will allow. Okay, I will write here 60,000, then I am mentioning Siri, then it will allow. So one row is created. If you want to add some column, and to that column you want to keep some check constraint, that also you can do using the alter statement. So I will write alter table, table name, add column name, data type, check, and then you can use the condition, whatever the condition you want to use. Or for the existing one, if you want existing table, existing column, there is no check constraint. If you want to keep a check constraint, then you can use the alter statement with modify. Okay, alter table, table name, modify column name, data type, check. Okay, you can use constraint name, which is an optional. Check some condition, whatever the condition you want to mention, you can mention it. Okay, let me save this one. Go to the Oracle SQL Plus. For the sample 13, I want to add some column and keep a constraint. Alter table name is what? Sample 13. Then I will use add. Column name is gender, and I want only one character. Okay, or character of size 10, data type char 10, so 10 characters will be allowed. Then I will mention the constraint. What is the constraint? Check. And I want to allow only male and female. Then I can write check gender in, and I can mention male and female. So I will write male, MALE, okay, comma, I can write female, FEMALE. Now table has been altered. If I am inserting any values, look at here, insert into sample 13, then I am entering the salary. Let me enter the salary as 15,000. Then let's take that Ganesh. Okay, mistakenly I am entering the gender as something, FF, something I am entering. Then look at here what will happen. What it is? Oh, we have missed the values point. Okay, we need to write insert into sample 13 values. Okay, then I am inserting 15,000 as the salary, and name is RAH, something I am mentioning, and then I am writing FF. So I will write FF and then end with the semicolon. Now look at here, check constraint violated. But if I am inserting male or female, then it is allowed. Okay, look at here, insert into sample 13 values 15,000. Okay, RAH, Raj, let's take that male, Raj is male. Okay, then it is allowed. Okay, one row is created. If you want to look at the data, you can look at select a star from sample 13. Now look at salary is 6 lakh Siri. Okay, there is no gender. Okay, but salary is 15,000 Raj male. So whenever you kept a check constraint, whenever you are inserting the values, that time it will look at it. Now you want to modify some constraint. Alter table sample 13, modify salary number 20. Then I will use check salary should be greater than or equal to 3,000. Now table has been altered. If you are inserting any salary less than 3,000, then it will not allow. Insert into sample 13, then I will write salary is 2,000, only salary itself I will enter. Sample 13, I will write salary values 200. Okay, then it's, see, look at here, check constraint violated. I hope you have understood about the not null constraint, unique constraint, check constraint. If you still have any doubts related to these concepts, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.